Hey, what's up, guys? I have a Red Velvet story for you, and maybe you already skipped or you already left, in which case you're not even hearing me. I drive some Uber from time to time. I'm in Athens, so on game days it's a big thing. It's an easy way to make a decent amount of money in a very short period of time. And like I imagine most of you, I have a Spotify playlist or a playlist of all K-pop or whatever other things I'm into. It could be rap, new stuff, rock, guitar. You know, you got your playlists. And so sometimes in between picking people up, I would turn on the K-pop playlist for myself. But of course, no one in the car knows K-pop, so why would I turn it on? And I was just having a good time, so I left it on and picked up somebody, actually for frat boys. Not that they did anything weird. It's probably not important that they're frat boys, but it's context. And Red Velvet Automatic came on, which is one of my favorite songs. And what kind of shook me a little bit is that nobody said anything about the music. Good, bad, weird. Oh my God, speaking of weird, I don't think my stomach's happy. Anyways, Underwater, don't know anything about it at all, but Red Velvet is the shit. And I don't know if you think this is comparable or not, but some of the new XG music doesn't sound like Red Velvet. But there's some contrasting styles that do remind me of Red Velvet. Underwater. Ooh, my stomach is not happy. But I'm a champ. I will not shit in this chair. Let's go. Will I shit in the chair? I will not shit in the chair. I can love you like I love you. Sorry, I am focused on my stomach. I was focusing on the bass and the sound and my stomach. Back to the music. Oh, is it a metaphor for the ripples in the water that disappear as if something was never there? Like you throw a rock in a pond and there's all these ripples and they, I was gonna say permeate, I don't know what the word is, but they distribute across the water and it goes back to a relaxed state as if the rock was not ever there. Is that what they're talking about? I'm doing a poor job. Okay, all right, bro. All right, that's good. I'd probably say, okay, that's all right. Okay, bro, that's all right. Okay, this is dope. This is fire. Probably fucking say that shit in like every video. But I was waiting for the moment, and that is dope fire, sir. Please write that down. It's dope fire. Back up. Is this the chorus, the pre-chorus? Okay, I do thoroughly enjoy that. Further, back up further. Okay, so at the beginning I thought it was going to be kind of the music centered underwater, and part of it did, but I think at this point, I'm not even reading the lyrics, as you can see. I'm closing my eyes and just listening to the music. The music doesn't sound underwater. I think it's some metaphorical, lyrical thing, but it's got a nice thing. God, I feel like you're my parents and you're like, increase your vocabulary. You're right, I should. I do feel really limited right now. Okay, all right. This is esoteric. That's a SAT word. That's an intellectual word. I think meaning pertaining to people that have a specialized knowledge or a specialized desire to know something very, very particular. There is something about the bass sound, and we are gonna dive kind of deep for a second. That when you hear a sound, there's multiple aspects to a sound. How a sound begins, what happens to the sound after you start it, how does it hang around, and how does it disappear? And there's fancy words for that, attack and decay and sustain and all that. But if you listen to this bass line, and maybe it sounds like trash here in my version of it, I'm hearing the good version, you're not. The actual attack, which is the attack on a sound, is the first part. The first part. It's like on a clap, it's all attack and there's nothing else. There's no sustain on a clap, it's just gone. The bass has no attack. It just constantly appears. So like as there's changing bass notes, you don't actually hear the bass starting, it's just there. And to me, that does seem somewhat underwater. I think that's clever, right? Who can love you like I love you? 포근하고 아득하니 닿고 절대로 마르지 않으니 까마득한 underwater 어떤 내가 궁금해. There's a lot of double entendre there. And yes, of course, we're all curious. Okay, definitely, obviously, like, Automatic's one of like my favorite songs ever. So I'm not gonna say that this is better than Automatic. I'm not even gonna put it in the same tier group as Automatic, but it has a lot of whatever that is. Like, I can't wait for AI to translate what my hands are doing into text so I don't have to like actually make words. But it's got that thing. It's got that red velvet thing. Ah, it's back. This was the hot shit. I guess since I was talking about music before, we might as well say there's a lot of reverberation / echo, whatever you want to call that displacement device that creates that reflection sound. We can call it reverb, echo, delay, or any combination of those things that is actually happening on the drums. Now, of course, the drums are coming in crisp. But even the what's the word? The sound design, is that, I've never said that in my life until now. The sound design of the drums is also reminiscent of being underwater. Sound design? I watched a video recently and the guy used the phrase sound design in it, and it was an excellent video. Fantastic video. It's the history of the oof sound from Roblox by H-Bomber Guy. Fantastic video. Can't recommend it highly enough. He's not using the word sound design. The person he's talking about is using the word sound design, and he makes fun of the guy and it makes a lot of sense. And I'm using the phrase of the guy that he's tearing apart. Be careful what you listen to, man. Garbage in, garbage out. Oh, that little major change was also there in the past, I think, right? Like, last 2 times. Maybe it's every time they do it. it's just that music that is like, it's sexy and it's sensual, not just in the lyrics. To me, it's more the music than the lyrics. But it is that very sensual sound. But it's not that, it's not a groove sound. It's got a groove to it, but it's not the XG I just listened to. What was it? Puppet Master or something like that. Puppet Show. Puppet Show had that groove, like little faster groove, and still insinuating a lot of dark, disgusting things that may happen when people find themselves alone. However, this one is way slower. And it's still got all the dark tendencies, but things change when you change tempos. And sometimes you slow down so far that it's almost a feeling. It's a feeling. It's not. It's as much a sound as it is an ambiance. That's a fucking stupid word. Alexa, give me 3 synonyms for ambiance.
Ambience, surroundings, and atmosphere are 3 synonyms for ambience.
Oh, atmosphere? An atmosphere. There's an atmosphere. I should have used that word. The major chord. Dude, yeah. Obviously, it's going on the playlist. I don't know if I'm right, but if you like that song, chances are we got a lot of things in common, man. Things that you don't know, I don't know how to express verbally, but you got some things. It's like, bro, this is that thing. I was gonna say, like, you ever met somebody and you don't know like what you got in common, you don't know if like you even can hit it off, you don't know if it could be same sex, different sex, whatever. You're like, I don't know if we actually like have anything in common. And then there's something that somebody likes, and you're like, oh shit, you like that? Well, I guess we do have some things in common. If you like that song, we definitely have some things in common. I didn't say shit, man. Don't look at me that way. I didn't say a fucking thing.